Yo, 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 it's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are
Loc'd N
Sports.
Yes,
Yeah. Episode 29, y'all.
Yes, sir, we back.
Yeah, we back.
Episode 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
29.
I wasn't sure at first. Yeah. Episode 29. We are back. We are back.
I know. Did y'all miss us? I mean, it's been almost like a month.
It has.
You know, a lot has happened, Velz. A lot has happened. And look, before we get into the episode, I think it's only right we catch up a little bit. How you been? It's summer break for you. I know you turned up. You ain't got to get up and go to work, deal with no kids. So, you know, how's your summer going? How's your summer been treating you?
Honestly, my summer's been good. It feels like summertime right now.
Got the vibes?
Got the summertime vibes going. I mean, I don't have any trips planned, though. That's the only disappointing thing is that I haven't been able to, you know, catch a flight anywhere, you know. And that's more so on me procrastinating and also just not doing it. You know what I mean? But I did want to take a trip, and the summer ain't over. You know, but we'll see.
It's just July.
Yeah, it's July. But I mean, this is pretty much it.
Yeah.
This last month is pretty much it, and then we back, you know, pretty much, you know, for the early reporters, got to get back to it. But you know, I'm excited. It's summertime. I'm enjoying my rest and just getting a breath of fresh, just breathing, you know. Work can get busy.
My girl said just breathe.
Work can get busy. So, you know, I'm enjoying this time off. I really am. So, what about you? What you been up to?
You know, I don't have the luxury of having a summer break or some time off in the summer.
You say this all the time.
Yeah, but it is because it's true. And I'm hating. But no, I mean, I've enjoyed, you know, just, I guess the weather we're in Texas, as y'all know, and it's hot, but we ain't even really gotten to the thick of it yet, you know, so it's already like 100 some degrees, 95 degrees. And, but anyway, I've been enjoying the summer vibes, though, even though I have to get up and go to work every day. I have been enjoying the summer vibes, just, you know, hanging out poolside, grilling, and things like that, which we actually just did this past weekend, which was needed. It was fun. I did happen to take a trip at the beginning of June, celebrated my cousin's 30th birthday. We went out there to Costa Rica. It was a vibe. It wasn't one of those, I mean, we turned up, but it wasn't one of those, like, you know, clubbing type trips. It was more a rest, relaxation, a reset, being out there with nature in the rainforest. So it was cool. That's man. Dope. The vibes was good. I do actually have another trip kind of planned. I'm going to Chicago to go visit my sister.
Okay.
Hopefully I can catch a Sky game if they, you know, at home during that time, but just my luck, they probably won't be. But I'll check.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah, I haven't yet, but I'll check it out and see. But yeah, I mean, my birthday just passed, so you know.
Hey, happy birthday, belated. And, you know,
I
all
appreciate
that. You know, since we hadn't recorded since.
Right. Appreciate that. So another trip around the sun. You know, God is good. But other than that, man, I'm just living like you. I'm just living, and it's been good. It's been good thus far.
Well, that's good. It's good to hear.
So you ready to get into the episode?
Let's get into it.
All right, Beezy. Drop that beat.
The WNBA.
Yes, sir.
The WNBA has been on fire.
Man, it's taking a life up on its own, seems like.
It really has. I mean, you know, and we've talked about this, but, you know, more attendance at the games and more interaction, more support. It's been real. It's been good. It's been good. Yeah.
Man, like the celebrities, you know, we had talked about, you know, growing the game, getting the celebrities out there, and a lot of them have jumped on board, and you see them sitting courtside. We go to the games, and you know, ain't no telling who falls through there. Even at the Wings games, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, I've been enjoying the growth of the game. I've been enjoying, you know, the physical play of the game. We'll get there later, but I've enjoyed everything about this season.
I have too. And I'm glad, that I'm able. I've gone to more Wings games this year than I ever have. Like I've gone to Wings games in the past, but thanks to my friend, and my family, girls is getting in them games. And so I'm glad that I've been able to get to the Wings game, support them, although I do root for the Aces as well.
Right.
But just getting in there, supporting them. The games have been fun. I just love to see the support of, what's going on in the WNBA. I love to see it.
Yeah. And speaking of what's going on in the WNBA, here is our current standings. Right now, the New York Liberty are the number 1 team in the whole league. With a record of 16-3. Are you surprised about the Liberty sitting at number 1?
I'm not, because the Liberty, they're still a super team.
Yep.
And they lost in the finals last year. So I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. Stewie is still doing her thing. Sabrina has really stepped up this year, and she's reminding everyone of who she is.
Yeah.
And so, Jonquel Jones. Who else?
Vandersloot,
Laney.
I can never say her first name.
That's why I said Laney.
Yeah.
But I'm not shocked. To say, I'm not shocked. Not shocked at all. What about you?
I'm not either. My top 3 are the Liberty, Sun, and Aces, and we'll get to where the Aces are on the standings. So no, the Liberty being number 1. It's a toss-up. It could have been the Aces or the Liberty, my opinion. Yep. Like you said, they were just recently in the finals last season, so their team didn't change at all. I mean, the core is still there, so no shock there. Number 2, we got the Connecticut Sun sitting at 15-4. Does this come of a bit of a shock to you?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I still expected them to be good. Right. But like sitting at the number 2 spot, I think is big for them. They're making what they have. Well, they're doing what they can with what they have. I mean, they still have Alyssa Thomas and Dewanna Bonner, which she hasn't really been playing well this season. And then also, I'm trying to think of who else. The big girl that they have that plays down low. I like her.
Turner?
Yes, I believe she's on my fantasy team.
Either Bree Turner or Breanna Jones.
It's Jones.
Breanna Jones. Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, they hooping right now. They hooping right now. The last 10 games are 6-4.
Yeah.
So they keep, they doing their thing. I'm a little shocked at where they are sitting right now, but not too shocked.
Yeah, same. I'm not too shocked because even last season they were hanging around the number 2, number 3 spot last season. They was in that mix with the Liberty, the Aces, and So I'm not shocked there. DJ Carrington, she's turned her game around. Dejanay. I think she should win MIP this year because it seemed like she just did a whole is it a 360 or 180? Whatever. She did it. Okay, she did it. The lockdown defense that she put on Caitlin Clark. Yes. First game of the season, like
her defense. Period. She's a good defender.
Yeah. She's gonna lock you up.
She gets a few buckets too.
Yeah, she's improved. She was in a 3-point contest last year. She didn't do that great. But I bet if she was to participate again this year, I think she probably could go further than what she did last year. But all in all, Connecticut Sun, they are where they're supposed to be, and they will give the Liberty a run for their money coming up out the East. I will say that. I would not be shocked if the Sun come out the East. Alyssa Thomas is just doing her thing. She's a triple-double threat every time she steps on the court. Again, Dewanna Bonner, like you said, she's kind of skidded a little bit, but she's one of those top players. She'll be back.
She will.
I'm not worried about that. Tanya Harris has been also a good asset because she's maybe like the 4th option on that team, but she gets buckets. Like she gets the buckets. So Connecticut Sun doing their thing. Minnesota Lynx are sitting at number 3 with 14-4. We're not gonna stay long on that. Minnesota, I'm not shocked. Naphessa Collier is a dog. And she's definitely leading that team. Minnesota's not a sexy team, and I've heard this, and I agree that they're not a sexy team, but they play together, they play for each other, and that's why they're sitting in number 3. What do you think?
Yeah, that's one of the most recent games that I went to, was to see the Wings versus the Minnesota Lynx. And Naphessa, man, she is a bucket.
Yes, she is.
Like, watching her play in person, like, I swear that lady didn't miss. Like, I'm sitting there watching this lady shoot all these shots. Like, and she was giving it to you all kinds of ways. Under the basket, mid-range, short jumpers. And they were not I feel like they weren't touching the net.
Yeah, they just...
Minnesota also just won the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, they did.
Versus the Liberty, actually, which was a big win for them. Regardless, it doesn't go, like, towards their record. But, I mean, hey, look out.
Yeah,
Minnesota may sneak in here and win this thing. I'm not like there are a few teams that I think they can win the whole thing, but Minnesota. I mean, they were in the playoffs last year. They just didn't make it too far. But they're playing some ball right now.
Yeah, they are. Then Seattle Storm sitting at number 4 with 13-6. Good team. They're right where they're supposed to be. So I don't have much on that with the additions of the Skylar Diggins and the Nneka.
Yes.
What's her last name? Joy Lloyd, yeah, she's
Nneka Ogwumike.
Yeah, so those 2 additions,
right?
Definitely, keep Seattle where they're supposed to be. I think this is a good spot for them.
Yeah, real good spot.
Comes at a shock, but we can explain why, right? The Las Vegas Aces are number 5, sitting at 10-6. Now, I'm not alarmed. Please, everybody, calm down. It's okay. We were out Chelsea Gray for the majority of the season. At the beginning. And I didn't know this, and this is a salute to Chelsea Gray. She's the heart and soul of that team.
Yeah, she is. I mean, that's not a surprise though. I mean, we can see that. I
didn't know that.
Okay.
Well, see, I knew she obviously she's a leader, but when they were literally. The Aces had dropped down to almost like 7 or 8. They was fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, it's early, but they was fighting for a playoff spot at one point in the season because they couldn't win games. And games I felt like they should win. And when you think about the Aces, you think about that's a strong team from top to bottom. They have a bench, of course, a crazy starting 5. I didn't think losing Chelsea Gray for a couple of months would put them fighting for a playoff spot if the season was to end today.
Yeah.
So I have hats off to Chelsea Gray. I'm glad you're back because the Aces on a 4-game winning streak, and that's how they're able to sit at number 5. What do you think?
Yeah, she is one of the heart and souls of that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like we can see already without Chelsea, they weren't getting far. Like, Asia is playing some amazing basketball. She's playing MVP basketball, but she's not able to do it alone.
Right.
I think, Chelsea, her bringing the ball up, having the ball in her hands and making plays for her and her teammates, I think it was really, real important and real vital for them to get her back.
Yeah.
But I can see them, going on a little run. I'm not sure when the season is going to come to a halt. Due to the Olympics.
Yeah.
But I can see them, gaining some momentum going into the Olympics. And then even after the Olympics, I think they're really going to be ready to work.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
They're still in the hunt right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, and like I said, Asia is playing her butt off.
Yeah,
and right now, she is my early MVP, vote. Like, she has my vote right now, even though I don't get a vote. But she has my vote for MVP so far. Yeah.
No, I agree, man. She's pretty much leading in every stat, like points, rebounds. Like, Asia is just showing you all why she's great and why she is the face of the league. Make no mistake. Number 6 is the Phoenix Mercury sitting at 9-10. 7 is the Atlanta Dream sitting at 7-10. Number 8 is the Fever, 8-12. I want to kind of pause here. The Indiana Fever have found their way. If the playoffs was to start today, they will be a playoff team. And if you can recall, Indiana didn't start out this hot.
Right.
It was some learning curves there. But I think Indiana has finally figured out you have to play through Aaliyah Boston. Okay, I get it. It's the Caitlin Clark show. But the Caitlin Clark show is not going to win you games. You have to feed AB. And as you can see, that once you start feeding AB, good things happen. You start stacking up some wins here. Again, it's not a knock on Caitlin Clark. She's doing great, but the offense has to run through Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, I agree. And I also just think that their chemistry is growing. Their camaraderie is growing. Caitlin is, even though, yes, you do have to play through AB, because she's one of the best players on the team, if not the best player on the team right now.
Right.
But I think that I think it's just that the chemistry is building. It's growing. Yeah. They are starting to believe. Like, they're young. At first, you could kind of tell, like, they didn't know, like, how it was going to work out because they were so young. You know, you got Alyssa Smith and Leah Boston, Caitlin Clark just coming in. But now I think that they are starting to actually build confidence. And they're starting to trust each other more on the court. Because, I mean, you can see it. Some of the, like, Caitlin, she knows, like, when her teammates is cutting down the lane, she's dishing the ball. You can just see the chemistry building, like, within all of them. Not just Caitlin, but I mean, like, you know, she does have the ball in her hand most of the time. But yeah, and they're playing with a confidence right now. They're playing like, okay, maybe we can do this. You know what I mean? Maybe we can, you know, let's see what we can do if we were to make the playoffs. Now, Alyssa Smith, she hooping too.
Yeah, I like Alyssa.
As a role player, I don't know exactly right now what she's averaging, but I mean, she's getting buckets and she's getting rebounds. Yeah, you know, she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing in that role. So yeah, I like the way the Indiana Fever look right now.
I definitely do, man. And Caitlin's also a triple-double threat. Now, she hasn't gotten one yet, I don't believe. But she's flirting. She flirts with them.
Yeah, she does.
Game in and game out. And that's the thing. You know, her passing ability is off the charts, unbelievable. Like you said, she makes those passes, man. She has a high basketball IQ, I think. Yeah. And this is a stepping stone for the Indiana Fever, man. Again, we're still early in the season. We're almost at the halfway mark, but we're still early. This Indiana could go up some more in the standings. So we just have to stay tuned. Next, we've got number 9, the Chicago Sky, sitting at 6-11. We'll pause here too, man. Hey, Chicago, I like that team, but the Chicago Sky needs shooters. They have no shooters. I like the core that they're working with. I like now that they're starting Kennedy Carter. I think that was the best thing that they could have done, was start Kennedy.
Yes.
She's a hooper in every sense of that word. She is a hooper. She's very passionate. She gonna dive on the floor for the loose balls. Like, she's like the enforcer on that team, and she gets the money, man. She's going to score her points. But that's what they're lacking. They're lacking scoring options. Marina Mabry, she's cool, but she's not consistent. We saw that last game. I can't remember when they was playing the Fever. Thank God they not skeet. They squeaked by. They squeaked by with a win, but she missed 2 clutch free throws. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then she just went like 1 from 9 from downtown. You know, we need some consistent scoring. Angel has been playing lights out. I don't know if you want to take that.
No, I mean, yeah, Angel, she's been doing her thing, I'm not saying this disrespectfully. It comes at a shock because I thought Caitlin was going to run away with the
we all did.
Rookie of the Year.
I think we all did.
But Angel had to remind us, like, no. I've been putting in work too.
Right, absolutely.
Like, and I came in here on a mission to show y'all that it's not just about her. You know, like, a lot of us rookies have talent. Right. And she's been showing that. I believe you mentioned to me earlier that she got Rookie of the Month. Yeah. And right now, so she's averaging 13 and 11, and about 2 assists a game. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, if they voted for Rookie of the Year today, like, I feel like it would go to Angel. Yeah. But I feel like she's in the lead, period, right now. Yeah. That's just how I feel. I love her game, her passion. She works. Like, she works for her rebounds. She works for her points. Her game looks a little unorthodox. It looks a little, it's not pretty all the time. You know what I mean? Right. But she doing her thing on the court, and I'm proud of her. I really am. But yeah, Angel. I like you said, they do need shooters.
Yeah.
They do need shooters
And a point guard.
Yes, and a nice little guard. I think that this could be a year to where they just kind of like, see, they'll go into free agency and they'll go into the draft knowing exactly what they need. Now seeing that and then not only Angel but Cardoso, but seeing what you have in your big ladies or your big girls. Now, okay, we gotta find somebody to have on the perimeter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I do like what Angel's doing this year.
Yeah, I do too, man. And it feels like she's getting back to playing like how she was at LSU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think she now feels comfortable in the league as well. Like, everyone had been saying prior to these rookies coming in, like, it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be another step you're going to have to take. And I think now she's getting more comfortable. And that's why we're seeing her put on these double-double performances like how she was in college.
It just really made me mad. I just thought about it. I'm mad that the Wings passed up on her, man.
Yeah,
they made a mistake.
I
you
agree.
had the opportunity to go get Angel. You should have got her because look at what she's doing. And Absolutely. She could be of a huge help to Enrique right now.
Absolutely.
Down low.
And the reason, and I'm glad you brought that up because Enrique takes a lot of shots, right? Mm-hmm. And I say this all the time, man. Enrique is just a streaky shooter. Like, when she's hot, lights out. But when she's off, and she's off bad.
Yeah.
And you need, and there's not no shot at Tierra McCowan. There's not a shot at Kalani Brown. But you need somebody that can consistently rebound that ball because when Enrique is not hitting, you need somebody down there that's going to grab them boards. And Angel Reese, if she don't do nothing else, she going to grab them boards.
She going to rebound the ball.
And she going to put that thing back up.
Yeah.
And if she miss it, she going to grab it again and put that thing back up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's what you need. When you have a wild out shooter like you do in Enrique, you need a rebounder.
Yeah.
And this is where, like you said, Dallas dropped the ball.
They definitely did.
Hey, if there's games where McCowan is putting up 16 and 12, but they so far and few in between. Again, that's not a shot. I love my Wings players, man. We come out there and we support, every home game when we can. But this is when you need AR5, baby.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to think.
We dropped the ball there.
Who did the Wings draft?
J.C. Sheldon, a guard. She plays.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention.
But she's not making an impact.
Right. Angel is making an impact.
Yes. And that I want to talk to somebody from that organization to be like, okay, so why with the 5th pick?
What was your thought process going into that? Yeah.
So we'll move on because we got a lot to get into. Number 10, we got the Los Angeles Sparks. Their record is 4-14. They suffered a devastating loss, losing Cameron Brink to was it ACL or Achilles? ACL. So she's done for the season, and she was having a nice rookie season as well.
She was, and I just feel like she was only going to get better the more comfortable she got playing in the league. But it sucks that her rookie season had to come to an end like that.
Yeah, nobody
wants to obviously be injured. Injuries are a part of the game. But,
it is.
You don't want to see one of the popular rookies go out like that. You know what I mean? So hoping for a speedy recovery for her. I know she'll come back, stronger than ever. Obviously, she's going to have to work really hard, during the rehab process. But yeah, I was liking what Brink was doing too.
Yeah.
She was getting them blocks off, boy.
Yeah, she was.
She was averaging about 3 or 4 blocks a game. And so, it sucks that they had to lose her like that.
Man, she said it was a block party and you all are invited.
Yeah.
Number 11 is the Washington Mystics. Sitting at 4-15. That has been a poverty team for a while now. They just haven't been good. Shout out to Wadella Dunn.
Man, yeah. That man.
She took the year off. Aaliyah Edwards, she's doing her thing. She's carrying.
She is.
She's carrying.
She has to.
And I just want to make sure we shout out all the rookies because this whole rookie class has been phenomenal and amazing. But the Mystics need so much help. I don't even know where to start. But when Brittany Sykes, she had came back, And they had won like a couple of games. I think they even beat the Aces at one point, or the Sky or something like that.
Yeah.
But then Sykes is out, and we're back to losing again. So I don't know, Washington.
Also, Ariel Atkins, she's trying. I mean, she's averaging 14, 4, and 4.
Yeah.
But it's just not enough.
It's a poverty team, Khalil.
It's just not enough. I'm trying to see how many points Edwards is averaging, and it looks like she's averaging 8. Oh. Pretty much 9.
Oh, so she ain't
6
carrying.
and 1.
I lied.
I mean, but
I must have caught a good game or something.
She still has an impact on that team, but I just think that they are missing Deladon, man. And Deladon, like, if it wasn't for all the injuries, that lady would be great.
Yeah, I agree.
Great.
Yeah.
But it's a lot happening, like, obviously, like, off the court, you know, and I think she helps, like, take care of her sister, and I think, and then she just always injured. Yeah. Always
has been. Her whole career has been injured.
And it's not her fault, you know what I mean?
No, it's her body.
Yeah, it's just her body, but I really do miss watching her hoop. I think, you know, if she had been healthy, she probably could play like another 5, maybe 5 to 6, or however long she wanted to play. Yeah. You know what I mean? I really enjoy watching, you know.
Are you saying she needs to hang it up?
No. I don't want her to retire. I need to see what she looks like coming back.
Yeah.
You know, come back, get it right. Let's see. And if she does get injured again, like, as far as like it puts her out for a few months, like maybe 3 to 6 months, then maybe it may be time to hang it up, because it's just never going to get right. It's never going to be right.
Nah.
Seems like.
And I think now she should be, if not 30, over 30. So, you know, injuries you know, once you get to that age, you know, injuries are kind of harder to bounce back from. But we'll see next year if she comes back and what that looks like. But yeah, Missy's got to do something.
Yeah.
Because they've been poverty, man. And then number 12, our beloved Dallas Wings are definitely the last team in the league, sitting at 4-15. They're tied, I guess, with last with the Mystics and the Wings. So at this point, let's just tank. Okay, Paige Buckers to the Wings. Let's just tank.
I ain't mad at that.
Let's tank. I'm calling for a tank.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. I mean,
you want that trying with me? Let's get on.
I would like to see them. I would like to see what they look like coming out of the Olympics. Like, once they get Satu back, because she's been out all season. Right. They get her back with the team presently constructed, like as it is now. Yeah. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see if they'll make a push to at least try to make the playoffs. But I think, like you said, I think it's probably about time to tank.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I mean, and you're right. Satu has been out.
It's gonna be tough.
I believe she has a shoulder injury, and you know, I just think let's say you'll keep losing up until the Olympics. Then I think we should go ahead and pull the plug on the season and let's tank for Paige.
And then also, don't even bring Satu back at that point. Let her sit the entire season.
Let her be healthy.
Yeah.
And it just really sucks, though, because they made the second round in the playoffs last year. And you thought this year, you know, we'll take that next leap. And it hasn't happened. And the reason why it hasn't happened, which we had stated a few minutes ago, is because Enrique needs help. There's no other scoring option. There's literally no other option but her. Yeah. Who else is going to step up and make those shots? Who else is going to step up?
Well, I will say she has a little help. So I'm not going to disrespect. So like Maddie Seegers, she stepped up her game this year, but she's also out with an injury. And then Monique Billings. Like, Monique Billings is actually doing a decent job at, you know, I don't even know where she came from. And shout out to Monique Billings, and shout out to Odyssey Sims. Went to the game the other day, and they allowed your girl to get a picture with them on the court, so appreciate y'all. But yeah, I think so. Monique is averaging 10 and 8 right now.
Okay, that's
so I mean, that's not bad for a role player. I'll take that from her. You know what I mean? Maddie, before she got hurt, I believe she was averaging around like 14 to 16 points. Yeah, and I'm gonna fact check that. But yeah, it's just like she had a little bit. Yeah, 14. Okay, pretty much 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. So she had a little bit, but they are missing Satu. I think with Satu, I think, you know, they would be at least in playoff contention, at least.
I do agree, man, because Satu had elevated her game last year, and I just felt like now she's figured it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not have her on that court, you can definitely tell that something is missing, and it is definitely the scoring. And we have been plagued with injuries pretty much all season, man. Like you said, Satu's out, Natasha Howard was out for a little bit. Now you're saying Maddie's out. Like, so, I mean, we haven't had a cohesiveness all season.
Yeah.
And thank God they went out and grabbed Odyssey Sims off the waivers, man. We stand Odyssey Sims, man. She should have never left the team. She should have been there the whole time. Her first game back, she put up 18.
Yep.
And then guess what? They won that game against the Lynx, I believe.
Yeah, it was the Lynx.
You know what I mean? So the talent is there, right? It just people are hurt. But I don't know. I just feel like, if it's gonna look like this coming into the Olympics, man,
it's tanking time.
Tank for Paige. Tank for Paige. I'm about to start the hashtag tank for Paige. Okay?
I like that. And I feel like the Wings know also that they dropped the ball on Angel. And so, like, I feel like that could be the plan moving forward, tanking. And then also, they're going to make sure they get a legit pick this time.
Yeah, man.
Paige and Dallas will not be a bad look at all.
Man, Paige and Reek, man.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. It won't be a bad look at all.
So we're going to see. We're going to keep a close eye on these standards, man. Right now, I would say the top, dang. I mean, it's so tight between 6 and 9. Like, it can go any way for those last few spots for the playoffs, man. So WNBA is just ramping up. It's just gearing up to be a wild ride come second half of the season.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Did you want to talk about the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. Like, we kind of touched on it already. It was Liberty and the Lynx. And like you said, Lynx won. And with the good thing about the Commissioner Cup, it also gives the ladies an opportunity to make, even more money. They split the $500,000 prize amongst themselves. So that's another incentive to want to make it to the cup and also winning. So and they also donate to charity as well. Right. So
yeah, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't able to watch the entire game. I think I watched like the fourth quarter. It was a good fourth quarter. Commissioner's Cup is very interesting. It's pretty much the same as the in-season tournament, in the NBA. I don't understand though why they don't count the game towards the record. Just count the game and the stats. Yeah. Like, I don't understand because
that would have them play more games than everybody else. You know what I mean?
So?
Well, it's not fair.
One extra game. One extra game.
But that's not fair though. Because when it comes to like seeding and playoffs. So.
Yeah, true.
But yeah. So I really didn't have much about the Commissioner Cup.
I didn't have much either.
But yeah, so basically that's where that in-season tournament, it actually came from the WNBA league. The NBA kind of got that idea from them. So yeah, that's pretty tight. Yeah. Our rookie watch, man. It's time to start talking about ROTY. And I got strong cases for both. I'm talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Yeah. At the beginning, like we kind of said early in the episode, that we had the Caitlin Clark effect going. Like, no, it's Caitlin. But I also said, though, I felt like, man, she can get them in playoff contention. Yeah. And then and her numbers support that. Yeah. She's very deserving of it. But this past month, oh boy, Angel's been on a tear. And that cannot go unnoticed, man. I know people, have things to say, but I mean, it's not easy to score double-doubles in 10 straight games, regardless of the fact. So that's something to be said. What you think, Bill?
Yeah, I think it's a tight race right now. It could go to either one of the two. Yep. And it's strictly out of these two. Like, I love Rakia Jackson. I love Edwards and, everybody else. But I think it's just a 2-woman race.
Yeah, they're not putting up the numbers that these ladies are.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah. And also, shout out to Angel for breaking that record, that double-double record.
Yeah, let's get claps for Angel. Woo!
She almost didn't get it. And the conspiracy theorists out there believe that who was it? Who were they playing? Who are they playing? Anyway, long story short, they believe that the girl from the opposite team fouled her on purpose so she can get the record. I think that was a kind gesture, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even though you're not supposed to cheat the game like that, but still, like, they want to see her win. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I'm glad she was able to get to the free throw line and get that extra point to get them 10 points. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah. But, yeah. Right now, if we had to vote today, I'm going with Angel.
Taking Angel?
Just today. You know, even with the Indiana Fever in playoff contention right now, because, I mean, it was just because it was unexpected of how she's playing right now. Right. I felt like she would play, but I didn't know she'd be playing this well. And I mean, she was just rookie of the month this month. Like, she's putting in work. She is putting in work. And so, and this is not a knock on Caitlin because shoot, I had her early. I had her as the early rookie of the year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But and like we just said, it's a close race. It's not too far apart. It's now. Not. I mean, you got Caitlin throwing 13, 14 assists in the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's tough. This is for a rookie. Like, that's tough. That's tough. You know what I mean? Angel getting 16, 17 rebounds. Yeah. Like, that's tough. You know, she's not averaging that, but like she's she's capable. Yeah. And so it makes it tough. Shout out to the voters, man, because that's going to be a tough choice.
That is a tough choice, man. And I just, real quick, because I just want to kind of put some stuff in kind of perspective here. Okay. You know, I be reading a lot and I need to stay out the comments. I hate that they compare Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese and Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark. You know, not real basketball fans. We're just talking about these weirdos online. Well, we can't, right? We can't compare Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese because first of all, they play two different positions, right? One's a forward. One's a point guard, right? So I can't base Angel's game against Caitlin's because they don't even play the same position. Right. Caitlin has the ball in her hand. She controls the game. Mm-hmm. That's what
she controls the offense.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the offense. For all the non-basketball people. So the point guard is the person that dribbles the ball up the court. And they set the play. Right. And they put everything in motion. That's what a point guard does. A forward, they sit there and they hold their own down there on that block and they try to be visible to get the ball down low to go up for a shot. Angel can't make any points without getting the ball thrown to her, right? So to compare them, it's just unfair. Right. You have to compare Angel to another forward. You have to compare Caitlin to another guard. You can't compare them to each other because they just simply don't play the same position. And the time they have with the ball is totally different. So we have to stop that. Let's stop that because truth be told, you're all wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. And how about this? Caitlin is great at what she does for a rookie, and Angel is great for what she does as a rookie. Because you cannot take anything away from her if she's putting up. What game did she have? Like, it was like a phenomenal game. She put up like 20-some points and like 13, 14 rebounds. It was sick. Yeah. So that's what she's capable of doing, and that is great for her in her position. Caitlin putting up 20, 10, and 12 is great for her at her position. So let's everybody relax. I just want to tell everybody to relax and get some basketball knowledge. And if you don't have any basketball knowledge, then shut the hell up. What you think, Velz? You got anything you want to add on that?
I mean, you said it all. Didn't you have something to say about Ocho? Like talking about the
man, Ocho. So you know, the I wanna call it something, but I can't think off the top of my head. But I guess the hit across the head that was heard all across the world, which is so baffling to me because a few weeks ago when when the Fever played the Sky and Caitlin was going up and Angel swiped her across the head, accidentally going for the ball. I knew in that moment when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is finna be everywhere." I think I even text you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "This is finna be this is finna go crazy." I was
watching the game. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "This is gonna go crazy," and lo and behold, it was on CNN. I have never in my life seen a foul be put on CNN.
That is insane.
So it's like we keep feeding into this narrative of hate, and it's just like, man, we just want to watch the game, man. We like to see hard fouls. We like to see the chippiness. We was watching. What was that game we was watching?
It was Mercury and
It was a fever, Mercury and Fever,
yeah.
and it was chippy. But chippy makes for entertainment. Chippy is exciting. It's competitive. I don't feel like that was done with malicious intent.
It wasn't.
It was a basketball play, Acho. And he did say it was a basketball play, but then he went on to say things like, although you're right, and very condescending, by the way, although you're right, it is a basketball play, but when Kennedy Carter hip checked Caitlin and you jumped off the bench and you were excited, that wasn't a basketball play. You're right, it wasn't. It was not a basketball play, Acho. It was not. With Kennedy Carter was not a basketball play. She was wrong, but did nobody die? Did anybody die? Did anybody get hurt? Did we see blood? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to get hip checked. Okay? Because if you hip check me, okay, I'm like, okay, B, I got you. I got you next time I'm coming down. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we making this a thing? Y'all, it's sports.
On CNN, though?
Like, that's crazy. Like, should y'all be talking about who finna be president in a few months? Why do you give a damn about what's going on in the WNBA? Oh, a foul? And you know what's so crazy? In the NBA Finals, I believe PJ Washington did something to either it was either Al Horford or Kristaps Porzingis. I can't remember. He did like a little hip check, and I didn't see it on CNN. I don't even think I seen it on Instagram. And it was very blatant.
I could think of another play that happened years ago when James Harden was still playing with the OKC Thunder. And Middle World Peace, a.k.a. Ron Artest, like bowled him in the side of his face to the point to where it was pictures going around. James Harden's whole face was going to the left. I mean, bowled him. It could have gave him a concussion.
Nah, for real.
That didn't make CNN.
Or Sports Center.
Or Sports. Well, it did.
It probably made Sports Center. But it wasn't on CNN.
Yeah.
It wasn't worldwide news.
Right. And the fact that you have a play on CNN that Angel is actually going for the ball, it was literally accidental, her going across. Like, it was a hard foul.
That's it.
Caitlin wasn't even worried about it because she knew it wasn't no, like, malicious intent and wasn't no ill will there. She was literally trying to block the ball. She was trying to block her from making a layup. That was all it was.
Got caught on the head.
Caitlin got her free throws and everything. She was ready to shoot the free throw. She wasn't even worried about them reviewing it at the table. Like, she was just like, okay, I know I shoot free throws, so like here we are. Like, let's stop.
Yes,
let's stop. It's not a black and white thing. It's not a Caitlin versus Angel thing. Like these young women are literally just playing basketball. I need y'all to get out y'all feelings, man. Like. First you talk about the WNBA, oh, it's too soft. Oh, I can't watch women play. Now all of a sudden it's World War III, World War IV. Like, what are we doing?
They hate each other. They just really hate each other out there. Like, no, they're competitive.
So it's just like if me and Lyse were playing on opposite WNBA teams, right? I'm going at Lyse on the court.
Absolutely.
But we're going to be cool afterwards.
Absolutely.
And that's what I see. Just like Angel said before, like me and Caitlin don't hate each other. But Angel is riding with her team. So yes, she did jump off the bench whenever Kennedy did that, even though Kennedy was wrong. But she's supporting her teammates.
Yeah.
That's what the Indiana Fever need to start doing.
Absolutely.
Support your teammates. Support Caitlin. Like, worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is getting ridiculous. It's annoying. Like, it's just basketball.
It's just basketball. You're making it tough for the real fans to watch. You know, when all this extra commentary, I'm not done with you. Bring your ass back here, boy. Then you talked about her shoes because she had the Joker custom Reeboks.
Yes, right.
And you said, well, you saying you want to be the villain, but you don't want to be a villain, but then you wear those Reeboks. Okay. So here's the Acho, because when you get off your knees, and then maybe you can hear me.
You funny.
Angel is not trolling Caitlin. Newsflash. She's not trolling Caitlin. She's trolling you. She's trolling y'all.
Right.
Y'all made her the villain. So no matter what she does, she can go out there and say, you know, I want free health care for everyone and let's live in peace and harmony. Guess what? You weirdos, all of you, Acho included, gonna find something wrong with it. Because every superhero needs a villain, protagonist needs an antagonist. Like that, I mean, because you've created this narrative here. So no matter what she does, she's always going to be in the wrong. So yeah, okay, I embrace the villain. I'll be the villain.
Right.
I don't think she really wants to. I don't think that's really her. Y'all are watching her games and drawing conclusions by something that's happening on the court. You don't know her outside of a Chicago Sky uniform or an LSU uniform. You don't know her when she leaves that arena. So you're just making assumptions on a person that you really don't even know, which is annoying as is. And Kaylin talks, and I hate this Kaylin Angel thing, but it's just like, because it's just a big topic here. Kaylin has more technical fouls than Reese. So what does that say? Is she a dirty player? Is she classless? Right. Does she have an attitude? Is she ghetto trash? I mean, this is what y'all be saying. Look, I just repeat what y'all be saying. I read it. I see it. So, like, Angel has, one. I believe Kaylin leads the league in technical fouls. But nobody's saying anything about that. I wouldn't even give a damn my damn self, but at least make it fair. If you're going to call somebody classless because of how they're playing, then Kaylin's classless too. Because why do you have so many technical fouls? That means you're doing dirty things. You don't just get technicals for no reason. So either you're saying something to the ref, you're saying something too loud, or you're making dirty ass plays for you to get a technical foul. That just, come on now. And the refs have been terrible this season as well. Like we said, referees are just terrible across all leagues. And they have definitely shown up in the WNBA and they suck. But there's something to be said there too. So like I say, if something's good, if one thing's good for the goose, is good for the gander. Mm-hmm. So you can't pick and choose who's being classless and who's not when they're both doing the same damn thing. It's competitive. Things get heated. Things get said. Velz made a good point. Me and her gonna talk ish all game. We might get a little physical with each other, but after that, we good. Because the game is over now. But when we're in that state, we're competitive, and we want the best woman to win. And if I think I'm the best, she thinks she's the best, we got to figure it out. Now we got to duke it out and see who really is. And then after that, we cool. Yep. So, Acho, please stop feeding this narrative of hate. It's just and LaShawn McCoy, too, get off your knees as well, bro. Wipe the corners and stop. Because I feel bad for Joy sometimes. She be up there, she be trying to make sense, and then she realizes there's just no making sense. Right. And the thing is, I think they just shucking and jiving. I think they tap dancing because they know that's what's gonna get the people going. It's clickbait. I hope they really don't feel this way, but in case they do, you both are idiots. You both are idiots, and you don't even watch the WNBA enough to even have an opinion on what's going on anyway. Right. So you get on these platforms, you're talking loud. And you don't even know what the hell you talking about. So just sit this one down and let the ladies do it. Let the Joy Taylors do it. Let the Taylor Rooks do it. Let the Monica Minuts do it. Let the LaChina Robinsons do it. Let them do it. Let the Andrea Carters do it. Let the ones that's actually been around the game. Huh? Who else?
The Chanays.
Yeah, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Let them do it. Because when the men do it, y'all watching the game, I don't know, with blinders on. I don't get it. But I ain't gonna keep going on. Acho, you suck. LaShawn McCoy, you suck. And that's all I got to say about them, Velz.
All right. Well, speaking on or staying on the same topic of pretty much WNBA, you want to get into the Olympics?
Yeah, let's get into this Olympics. So, I mean, of course, it's just more drama. More drama. Always drama. But I just don't never remember it being this much drama. It's because it's just... We want to grow the game, but just when the different eyes come on, it just changes everything. But hey, you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Right.
So the Olympic team, who's all on that team? I know Asia, Chelsea.
It's Naphessa.
Yep.
Collier, Copper, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, Joel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Breanna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, Alyssa Thomas, Asia, and Jackie Young.
That is a tough Olympic team.
It is.
And I know the drama that had been, I don't know, it's probably died down now. People have moved on. But it was, Kayla should be on that team. And I can understand points, right? Because she gets views. But it's not about views. right? This is about winning, right? And I look at this roster, and I'm trying to figure out who are you taking off for Caitlin Clark. So let's play. Who are you taking off for Caitlin Clark, Velz?
Okay.
If you look at this roster, who you think should be removed in order for Caitlin to join the team? I'll wait.
What position does Kelsey play?
Kelsey is a guard. She's like a 2-3.
So, well, if it was anybody, for me it'll be Kelsey.
Okay. Why?
I just feel like, even though Kelsey is still good, don't get me wrong, she's a bucket getter. She's gonna knock down some shots. She's gonna get to the cup. I don't really know. I just feel like, honestly, this is my opinion.
Yeah, get into your opinion.
So, like, I did want to see Caitlin on the Olympic team. I just felt like it was a great opportunity because, the Olympics only happen every 4 years. Now, she'll probably be on the next one.
Yeah.
But it would have just brought more and more attention to women's basketball, in which it's still going to be attention brought to women's basketball because, the women have been dominating in the Olympics for a long time now at this point. So, honestly, I don't really think it even... it matters who's on the team, but I really don't think it really mattered. But I think Caitlin would have been a good look on the Olympics team. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not mad at the squad. I wasn't one of the ones like, oh, she should have been on the team. Like, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't have been bad to see her on there. I really wanted to see that. Shoot, even Angel a little bit, but it was more so Caitlin for me. Now, Angel, looking at the big girls... Like, you wasn't replacing Brittany Griner and Asia. Yeah, you're not replacing them. Now, what I don't understand is, why don't they have, so I think it's 12 of these girls? Mm-hmm. Why don't they have like a 15 roster team? Like, anything could happen. You get all the way over there to Paris... Y'all in practice or something. Somebody get sick. Somebody get hurt. Yeah. I don't understand why the roster isn't bigger. At least 15, deep. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, you strictly got it right at 12. And I think the men do the same thing. Right. But if, like I said, if it was anybody, it would be Kelsey Plum. But at the same time, Caitlin is a point guard. Yeah. Kelsey is just, she's on the wing. Right. She's a guard. I'm
not giving up Chelsea Gray for Caitlin Clark. Not right now.
No, well, we just got to make sure Chelsea is ready. She just got back. True. You know what I mean? True. And then, okay, let me ask you this. Yeah. What other point guard could have been on this list that's not on this list? Like, because I know Jewel Lloyd is a point guard. Chelsea Gray. Breanna Stewart, she doesn't play point, does she?
She a forward. Another point guard?
Yeah, like point guard. Like taking Caitlin Clark out the picture. Mm-hmm. Who else in the WNBA that's bringing up the ball could have been on this team? Well, okay. Is she going to be playing for...
So I had heard that, Nigeria had kind of wanted her to come play for them.
That wouldn't be a bad
look. I don't know if she's
accepted. Head beat in.
Yeah. We don't know them Nigerian girls by the kid.
Child, okay. No disrespect to my Naija ladies, but hey. They get their head beat in, child. It's a different type. It's different. This ain't the same. That's crazy. No disrespect, though. No disrespect. I say that respectfully.
Respectfully, y'all gonna get your head beat in. That's crazy.
But yeah, besides, what other point guard? That you could just think of, if you can't think of one.
I can't. Okay. Not off the top of my head who I would take those guys or those girls. That'd be it. If anything, I would say this. I would have made Kaylin maybe if it was open to 15. Mm-hmm. She would. What do you call those people that like on standby? Yeah. She'll be like a standby for me,
right? Like a practice player.
You know what I'm saying? Like she'll be a standby. But here's the thing. Y'all calling for Caitlin to play in the Olympics and she doesn't get any PT, so she'll just be there just sitting.
But see, that's what I said too. So I'm like, okay, we don't know if she would have got PT or not because I mean, she's doing her thing right now. You know what I mean?
But she hasn't proven anything.
She hadn't proved. She had.
These players have proven. Right. Some of these have already been to the Olympics already. I think everybody on this team has Olympic.
I think this history. Is Collier's first.
Okay, this is her first. Yeah. But she's a dog and she's putting up numbers with Phoenix. She is. Like, you know, and it's so crazy. And I don't know if I should say this. I think I'm gonna say it, whatever. I saw. Do you watch Power?
Of course.
No, it was BMF. Do you watch BMF?
No, not even.
Never stopped. Mind. Okay, never mind. But I guess for the ones that watch BMF, this is probably bad. But if you watch BMF and they say that Collier Cooper look like Henrietta.
I don't even know. But
see, I know. But the ones that watch, like, I was like, yeah, she do look like Henrietta ass. But that's probably bad. I'm sorry, Collier Cooper. I don't mean it like that. It was just funny. I'm sorry. But anyway. And it's really not a compliment. But I mean, it's not. But I love her though, man. She a hooper dog. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. Please, like, yeah.
Okay, let's get back on it. Look, so let me ask you this. Do you think that the roster constructed as it is now is perfect as is?
I think you got the best players in the league. I probably would have put Dewanna Bonner on there though.
Yeah. What about Aaliyah though?
No, Aaliyah Boston?
Yeah. I think Aaliyah would have worked too.
I think so. So you got Griner, you got Asia. Who else? Who's all the big girls?
And again, these athletes are coming off injury.
Yeah.
Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner. Who else on here? Everybody else has been pretty much healthy. But that's what scares me.
Yeah.
Is that they've come and they didn't start the season. They just started playing.
Yeah, but Brittany Griner is tall. You know what I'm saying?
No. I won't BG on it. Like 6'8", like you can't.
I mean, because some of these Euros, I don't know what they're putting in the food and the water and with these Euros.
Girl, did you see that 17-year-old?
7'20" person?
Yes. She about to come in and wreck.
Yes, she is.
Shot.
They're building players overseas. They are.
Like, I can't wait to see what she does.
Why is a woman 7'7" or whatever the hell she is?
It's crazy.
Building players.
She ain't even working for them points. She's literally just putting the ball in the basket right there. Like, who's gonna be able to stop her?
Nobody.
I think the only thing with her would be shape. Keeping her in shape, getting her up and down that court. I need to see how she runs. Slow. But stuff about to get crazy when she get to somebody college. Man, she's going somewhere.
Man, I put that lady right there on that block and just put your hands up, sweetie. Just have your hands up. The ball coming to you.
No, that's literally going to be interesting moving forward. I'm going to keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
I really need to figure out her
China,
name.
Right?
Yes, I need to figure out her name. She gonna be nice. Well, I'm not saying that she gonna be nice, but she gonna be a problem.
She is gonna be a problem because you can't stop that.
No,
there's no women that are 7 foot currently in the league right now. You know, you got some 6'8", some 6'9", but that's 7'7" here a little bit different.
That's a little different, yo.
So, but I mean, to get back onto the Olympic thing, man, I just feel like I don't know, man. She would be a good practice player. If somebody got. How about this? If somebody, when they get to Paris, somebody get hurt and can't go, I think she should be the next call in. I think she should get that call to come over.
You talking about
Caitlin? Okay. If they get over there to Paris and somebody can't go as a guard, I think she should get that call to come over.
And she could definitely afford a PJ.
Yes, she can.
So, I'm sorry. We're going back.
Go ahead.
The young lady we were just talking about, 7'3", 17-year-old. Her name is Zhang. I think that's how you pronounce it. She had 44 and 14 off of 20 or 22 field goal. Like what are we doing? Like, stop. Like,
I know.
And why didn't she have more?
Right.
Like, them girls look like elementary kids standing next to her. She was killing them. So I think she's probably going to be playing for Team China this summer, right?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem.
I'm sure she will.
I mean, they'll be smart.
Yeah, I definitely would want her on the team. But yeah, I think, like you said, somebody gets hurt, they'll give Caitlin a call, depending on the position, really, I guess. Yeah. The position needs to be filled. So, yeah.
I think so.
I think that's all I have for the Olympics.
Me too.
What about you?
No, that's it, man. I'm excited to see, what happens and how we do. Bring home the gold as always. So we'll keep a close eye on it. One more topic before we get out of here is, the All-Star game is coming soon. I believe it is July 20th or 21st, 22nd, somewhere off in there. The
July 20th.
July 20th. I was right. So that was the All-Star game, and this year is going to be a little different. It's going to be whoever is on the All-Star team against the USA team. So I think that'd be dope.
How do they do that, though? Because what if you play for, what if you're...
Yeah, it will just probably go to the next, so for instance, I'm glad you asked that. Right now, these are the early All-Star voting returns, right? Tonight, they will be listed or given out. Whoever made the All-Star team, that will be posted tonight during one of the games that's going on this evening. But right now, A'ja Wilson is leading the votes with 217,773. She is basically number one pick for the All-Star team. So for this instance, right, she's on the USA team. So she will get the All-Star nod, but she won't be playing for the All-Star team.
Right.
The next player is Caitlin Clark, and she comes in at 216,000 votes, 216,427
of course
votes. So that would make Caitlin Clark the number one vote getter, right? Well, A'ja would be the number one vote getter, but she would be taking A'ja's spot because A'ja's playing for USA.
Yeah.
So it'll probably move down like that. Aaliyah Boston, she coming in number 3 with 864,000 votes.
Okay, they like Aaliyah.
Yes. Breanna Stewart coming in at 151,984. Nneka Ogwumike coming in at 130,000. Sabrina Ionescu, 118. Angel Reese, 118. Kelsey Plum, 117. Naphessa Collier, 103. And De'Erica Hamby at 97,000. And I want to say this real quick because I found an interesting stat. And it's a testament of the growth. Last year, A'ja Wilson got the number one pick or the number one nod for All-Star, and her votes were only 34,000. Mm-hmm. Okay? In 2023 All-Star, her votes were 34,000. This year, All-Star 24, at the time of this, when this was posted, she was sitting at 217,773 votes. That is showing you how much the game has changed in a year.
Yep.
And regardless of all the drama, whatever's making you tune in, we see the changes being made. And you can just tell by just simply off the All-Star votes. I mean, you can also tell by the packed out arenas and things like that. But I'm just excited. I'm cool with any of these players making the All-Star team. They all deserve it. They've all been having great season. They've all been having a great season.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait to see Team USA versus Team WNBA. That's going to get a little spicy.
Yeah. I hope it's chippy.
I want it to be chippy.
Yeah.
Normally, they sister-in-law and they play and joke around a little bit, but I think this year it's a little bit different.
I think so too.
It's gonna be a little different, and it's also gonna be nice to see Caitlin and Angel play on the same team.
Yes, yes, I would love to see that. Maybe that'll bring some harmony within these comments, man. When they see Caitlin dish to Angel for an assist and she put it up, and then maybe everything could be right with the world again. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I doubt it, but we'll see. And another thing, and then we're getting out of here, and I'm about to get back on my soapbox real quick because it just came to my mind. We're talking about the selling out of the arenas. So everyone says, the Caitlin Clark effect, how, when she comes, she sells out. She does. Caitlin Clark has real fans that actually show up. Mm-hmm. If Angel fans actually showed up to the games, Angel could sell out those same arenas. See, all Angel fans are on the internet. Y'all fans on the internet. Y'all hype her up on the internet, but you don't come to her games. So that's the difference. Angel fans.
Oh, okay.
That is the difference between when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark fans, they coming.
Yeah, they are.
In droves. They coming in on tour buses to come see her. Angel Reese fans, y'all just sit online arguing with Caitlin Clark fans. Y'all not showing up to the game. Because if you look on social media, Angel has more followers than Kaylin. So if all the Angel followers would show up to her games when she's in your town, it would look like when Kaylin be coming into town to y'all arenas, telling them to have to move. But see, y'all don't do that. So that's on y'all. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to is kind of tell people, like, nah, Angel got fans. They just don't show up, and Kaylin Clark fans do. So if you know, we got to do our part. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that are fans of these players, go to the game. You can't just rah behind a computer screen. That ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. You actually got to get up out your seat and go and watch these ladies play. So that's all I had to say, Velz, about that.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good on WNBA. You got anything?
Nope, that's it.
All right, y'all. Well, you know, we had to come back and kind of get back in the flow of things. It's been a while, man. There's a lot of WNBA action happening, and it's gotten to a point now that we gotta have like separate episodes just for the WNBA. You know, before we had to like kind of put it all in together, but the way this thing has taken off, like, sometimes this gotta be a WNBA episode.
Yeah. And
this is kind of what it is. So for all my WNBA fans, I hope you enjoy episode 29 just as much as we did, because I thought we had a good one. So as always, please follow us, like, share, subscribe, you know, do all those things, please, because we want to keep bringing y'all content, but we want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all listening to us when we bring it. You can follow us on Facebook at LOCD, the letter N Sports, spelled the correct way, and also on Instagram by the same name, LOCD, the letter N Sports, spelled the correct way. And where else can they find us, Velz?
You can also find us on X, aka Twitter, at LOCD, the letter N, and Sports, spelled the correct way.
All right. Hey, that's all we got. Until next time, it's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, aka Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Peace.
I like sports, and that's it.